Right. So today we will look at onboarding of accounts, bulk accounts into CyberArk using the backlist scripts, that is private arc command line interface. So let me share my screen. So we can onboard accounts into CyberArk using REST API scripts and also using the backlist scripts. So let's focus on the backlist scripts. Let me log into PWA server. Okay, we have other policies, right? Session management. Let's finish this session management and then we'll move on to onboarding of bulk accounts. So in policies, master policies, yesterday we discussed privileged access workflows, all these five policies. Dual control, dual control in the sense whenever end user or EPV user who wants to access their privileged accounts from CyberArk, they need an approval from the managers or the respective persons in order to access their privileged accounts from CyberArk. Enforce check-in, check-out exclusive access means at a time, a single user uh, acts, uh, can be allowed to access that particular account. Means exclusive access. Only one person will be allowed to access that particular privileged account. We discussed like a shared accounts. Shared accounts will be used by multiple uh, members within a team. For example, Intel team, they have some privileged accounts which is used by different team members for accessing the server. So at that time, if we allow this exclusive check-in, check-out access, when we apply this policy, when the first user accesses that particular privileged account, the account will get locked in CyberArk. Means the credential will be locked. So this account will not be available to the second user until and unless the first user releases that account. Okay, so yesterday we have seen how the lock symbol when the first user Nirnaya accesses the account, at the same time Anushri is not able to access the same privileged account. So that is exclusive access check-in check-out policy. One-time password policy. So mostly this will be used for one-time access, password one-time access. Let us assume like Windows team, they will do the patching on quarterly basis or monthly basis. So they will request password for their activity. And once they requested the password, CPM will automatically change that password. Okay. So that is one-time password access. Allow EPV transparent connections, click to connect. As the name itself indicates, allow transparent connections, click to connect. So when we enable this policy, we can able to see the connect option for the privileged accounts, and the users can able to directly launch their sessions from CyberArk by connecting to their target servers with the privileged accounts. Next, require users to specify reason for access. So this policy is for audit purpose. Whenever a user wants to access their account, whether it is show password or copy password or connect, click to connect. So they have to specify the reason why they are accessing their target server with that particular privileged account. This is for audit purpose. And we can also give exceptions if they don't want these policies to be enabled on a specific platforms. Okay, it's according to the organizational requirements we will enable these policies on a specific platforms. Remember, policies will be applied at platform levels, not at the safe levels. Okay, all these platforms yesterday we enabled at platforms only. Right. So under password management, password change and password verification, this we discussed. So based on the policies that we enabled here, the CPM will automatically rotate the passwords based on the value that we define here. So by default, it is 90 days, means CPM will rotate the passwords of all the privileged accounts which are stored in CyberArk for every 90 days. And as per the requirement, so yesterday we have added two exceptions, maybe Windows Server local accounts and platform. On this platform we have added like 30 days password policy and 60 days password policy. Right. Next, verification. So this is common. CPM has to verify the passwords on a regular basis to make sure the passwords are in sync between the endpoints and the passwords which are stored in our vault server. So now look at session management. So we'll discuss on session management. Required privilege session monitoring and isolation, record and save session activity. Okay. So when we enable these two policies, required session monitoring and a record and save activity, PSM is enabled. So we have seen whenever we are connecting to any privileged account, we are getting a message like you are being recorded. Okay. So now we look at how to monitor the recordings and how to view the recordings. So yesterday we have launched some sessions and the recordings got stored in our vault server with in the safe PSM recordings. So let us do one thing. Let me sign out from administrator account. So we will log in with an end user and view the live monitoring sessions. So I will log in with an LDAP user. Let us try to connect any one of the privileged account. So this is in what we call automation failure. Okay. So why this is in red color is automation failure, because CPM not able to manage this password. Let us come back and fix this later when we discuss about password management. So now let us say this user, Nirnaya user, wants to connect to this account which is existing on this target server. Okay. This user wants to connect to this target server with admin to privileged account. So RDP file will be downloaded, and the session in the backend will go from our CyberArk PSM server. This is our PSM server. Connect. You are being recorded. Okay. So it got connected. So this user using our CyberArk product, they are securely connecting to their target servers with the privileged accounts. Now this user connected to their server, and he will perform whatever the activities that he is going to do on the Windows machines, since he is from Wintel team. Let us assume he is from Wintel team. So now I'm just minimizing this session. I'm just minimizing this session. Okay. So this session is here. Now, in order to monitor the live sessions, let us assume, let me log in with administrator account. Now, I want to monitor this user session. As a CyberArk admin, or the permission that we have given to their managers as an auditor. Or else instead of administrator, we will log in with Bikram user. So we assume that Bikram, I think yesterday we have granted him as an approver, right? So let's log in with this user. Okay. So now he wants to monitor the session. Let us see. I just want to check the permission of this user. PWA monitor and vault admins. Let me add him to PSM master group. And also add him to auditors group. Okay, so I have added him to auditors group and PSM master group. Just log out and log in. So this Nirnaya session is in live. Okay. So previously we don't have this privilege sessions tab for him. So now we granted him as an auditor's permission and we have added him to PSM master group. Now we got this privilege sessions tab. So if I expand this, we have monitoring tab. Okay. So let's go to monitoring. We can go any tab. This is a new interface. This is the classic interface. Okay. So here we have search options here. Search for sessions, search for commands and events, search for sessions between date and time. Okay. Search for recordings, search for live sessions. Okay. So now I want to view the live sessions. Okay. So in order to view the live sessions, search for live sessions and here click on search. Now see here, Nirnaya user is accessing this particular target server 10.0.0.10 via PSM with privileged account admin 2. Okay. This account is residing under the platform Windows Server Local Accounts platform. Okay. So now this Bikram user, let us assume he's a manager to Nirnaya and he wants to monitor the session as an auditor. There is an option here, monitor live session. Click on this. So again, RTP file will be generated. Connect. Can someone tell me which account is responsible for launching session by an auditor in order to view the live monitoring? I repeat again, this session, whatever we are connecting now, the session, whatever we are connecting now as an auditor in the backend, which account is responsible for launching this session? We discussed already. Any one of you? After implementing the PSM, there are two accounts that will be created, default accounts. What are those two accounts? Yes, please. We discussed so many times.
Is
PSM
it
Connect.
PSM Connect and
IAM?
PSM server.
PSM server. PSM server is nothing but PSM Connect. What is the name of the other account?
PSM
So
Admin
I
Connect.
think
Very good. PSM Admin Connect. PSM Connect and PSM Admin Connect are the default accounts that will get created on the PSM server after implementing the PSM. So PSM Connect is responsible for launching the sessions to the end users, whereas PSM Admin Connect This account is responsible for launching the sessions for auditors in order to monitor the live sessions. So whatever the session that now Bikram launched in order to view the monitoring, live session monitoring in the backend, this PSM admin connect is responsible for allowing him to launch this session. Okay, that is the workflow. Right. So now Bikram uh, is monitoring the live session. See here. Let me keep side by side. Okay. So left side is a Bikram session viewing the particular server, whatever particular live session. Okay, right side is the session that the end user connected. This is the session that end user connected. So now let us say the end user is doing some configurations on their server on a Windows machine. See here, whatever that he is doing, let us say he wants to check some files or some he wants to see some configuration files, etc., or he wants to run some commands. Whatever he is doing, lively he is monitoring the session. Okay, everything is recorded. You got it? So whatever he is performing on the server, okay, connecting with admin one privileged account. So left side, he is viewing that particular session. What that particular user is performing on that particular server. This is how to view the live monitoring. Okay. So this PSM component in CyberArk, not only in CyberArk, in other PAM products also, we have this capability. Monitoring the live sessions or recordings is a wonderful feature in CyberArk, I can say, because everything is audited. What the user did on the particular server, we can easily view the recording or we can easily monitor the live sessions. Okay, this feature is available. It's not like every time the auditor will log in and monitor all your sessions. No, when something happens or when they want to do any kind of audit, during that time they can view the live monitorings. Or if something went wrong on a particular server, let us say some misconfiguration was done by some user on the server, in order to identify that, then we can view the recording, PSM recording, so that we can see which user accessed that particular server and what actions that they performed on that particular endpoint. Okay, so now he's viewing this session, right? So now what I'll do is, let us say I want to terminate this session. Okay, I want to terminate this session. So Bikram is monitoring the session now, and he suspects that some activity is being carried out by the end user, and he wants to terminate the user session. So in order to terminate that session, this auditor should have a permission. Okay, so what permission is required? Let me log into the vault again. Go to tools, administrative tools, users and groups. So there is one group called PSM live session terminators. The group name is PSM live session terminators. Now if I grant this user to PSM live sessions terminators group, then he will get a permission to terminate the end user session. Click on OK, close. Okay, so let me close this live session, monitoring the live session. This is the end user session. Okay, I'm not closing this session, I'm just minimizing this session. So now go back to monitoring tab again. Okay, search for live sessions. So now we can see there is one more tab, action menu, terminate. Previously, we don't have this tab. So how we got this permission? We have added this user to PSM live session terminators group. PSM live sessions terminators group. So now he can terminate the live session. Let me terminate. So this is the live session. Okay, this is the live session carried out by user Nirnaya. Okay, so terminate. Are you sure you want to terminate the live session? Yes. So it will connect and terminate. See, this session will be disappeared now. Okay. Now see here, you will get a message session got terminated. See here, target session was terminated. Current session is about to be closed. Means he terminated the session. Click on OK. See here, it got disappeared. Means the user Nirnaya will be automatically logged off because auditor terminated his session when viewing the live monitoring. Are you clear, guys? Very, very important. Any questions? Please welcome. What permissions the auditor should have in order to view the live monitoring? He should be a part of auditors group and PSM master group. In order to terminate the sessions, he should be part of PSM live sessions terminators group. Okay. So in order to view the monitoring, we have a tab called privilege sessions. Under privilege sessions monitoring tab, we can view the live sessions, search for live sessions. So if you want to view the recordings, let us say search for recordings. Click on search. So what are all the actions we performed so far from last few days? The privilege sessions, whatever the users connected. Okay, so we can view the recordings. Let me play this recording. Any one of the recording. Play recording. See here, this user Anushri, she connected to particular account. What is this account? Okay, let us see in the backend. This is her target server, whatever she accessed with the particular privileged account. So we just connected and we have not performed any actions on the target server. So that's why it is showing blank. So this is how we can able to view the recordings. Whenever something happens and auditor wants to view the recordings of a particular session on so and so date, we can view the recording and find out what happened on that particular machine and who did it on that particular machine. So this is how to play the recordings. So admin one privileged account on target server 10.0.0.10. Okay, right. So next we'll move on to onboarding of bulk accounts. So far, how many accounts we have involved? Let me check. This user does not have permission on the saves, on all the saves. Let me log in with administrator account. Okay, user administrator is already logged on, cannot impersonate. Can someone tell me what is this error? Why I am not able to logging in? Any one of you? User administrator is already logged on, cannot impersonate.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the check-in, check-out policy.
No,
No.
no, no. This is Vault administrator account.
Because I'm sure I logged into Vault server.
Yes, very good. Very good, Nanaya. So we already logged into the Vault server with administrator account. See here. This is the user administrator. Okay. At a time, I told you, you cannot able to log into private R client and PBW. Cannot impersonate. Log off from here. Now try to connect. So where all these PSM recordings are getting stored? Where all these PSM recordings are getting stored? Any one of you? Where the recordings are being stored? Yes, please. Right, you are right. On the vault. In the vault where it is, where it got stored.
ESM recordings.
Yes, very good. PSM recordings safe. On the vault server, a default safe called PSM recording safe. All the recordings are getting stored. So if you want to customize those recordings, let us say Linux team approached you and they are asking us, we don't want to store recordings on the defaults of, we need to have a separate safe so that all our Linux recordings, whatever the users carried out by their team members, should be stored in a different safe. That is customization. So in that case, since we have the only the default safe, that is PSM recordings safe, so we can do that. So how to do that is, let me go to the platform management. Platform management. So go to that particular platform, let us say Unix team. Okay, so Unix accounts, this is the platform which we onboarded accounts. Edit the platform. Okay, under UI workflows, privilege session management. Every platform have all these parameters. These are common. UI workflows and target account platform details and automatic password management. So under privilege session management, session recorder safe. Okay, so this is PSM recordings. So every platform, if you edit by default, this is a session recorder safe where name is PSM recordings. Okay, you just simply remove this because this Linux team, they don't want to store their recordings in the PSM recordings. They want a separate set. Let us say I'll call it as Linux recordings. Okay, Linux underscore recordings. Just click on apply and save the configurations. So now what we have done on this platform Unix accounts, whenever the user launches sessions, the sessions recordings will be stored in the Linux underscore recordings safe. You may ask me a question. We don't have this safe. Yes or no? Did we create this safe Linux underscore recordings? So far in our sessions, did we create this safe? Yes or
No.
no? No.
No.
So we just specified some random name here. Okay, Linux underscore recordings. So whenever the user launches sessions on this particular platform, Linux platform, the safe will be automatically created in Vault. Whatever the name that you specified under this platform in the session recorder safe, when the user launches sessions on this particular platform, this safe will be automatically created in Vault, and those recordings will get respective recordings will get stored in that particular safe. Apply. Okay. Right. Let us launch one Linux session. So Linux, let me connect to root account.
Are you there?
He may be having some issues. I see his screen is frozen.
Oh, okay.
Setting problem in India, I guess.
Sorry, what problem?
Electricity problem.
Electricity.
Uh, internet electricity problem.
Right. So I copied the software password upload utility. Okay. In shortcut, we call it as PUU, password upload utility, PUU. So this is the tool provided by Cyberark, a package utility, where we can use this utility to onboard bulk accounts into Cyberark. Let me open this utility. So it contains create authentication file, create auth file, conf file, that is configuration file, and Packly application, and passwords.csv, a comma separated value file, and vault configuration file. Okay, this package contains configuration file, Packly script, and a .sample CSV file, passwords.csv, and vault configuration file. Okay, so let me take out this CSV file first. I can't open the CSV file on this machine as that I don't have MS Office on this machine. Let me get this file outside. I'll put it here. Let me open this file. So this is how the sample file looks like, which is there already in the PU folder. So let us see the headers. Header name is password underscore name. So you can see here some sample password names: operating system, Unix, super user. Okay. And if I scroll down, you can see other operating names: backup admin, administrator, okay, admin, network devices scope. These are the names, password underscore name, or we can also call it as the name or object name. Okay, what is this? Can any one of you tell me what is this password name? Where we have seen in the accounts, we have onboarded now some accounts in Vault. Okay, while onboarding the account, did we see anywhere this password name? So this name is nothing but auto generated value. So let me show you. When we onboard any account, let us say this account. If I go to the account details, see here name, operating system, Windows Server local accounts, on so and so target server, and admin 2. So while onboarding account, we have not given this name. This is an auto-generated value, a unique value for each and every account that is stored in Vault. Okay, so this name is nothing but object name or password name in the CSV file. Okay, so this represents the name of that particular account. Okay, and next, template safe. Template safe is nothing but like a template, a duplicate. And what else? CPM user, whether to assign the CPM to that particular account or not. Password manager is the default user. And we have safe details. Folder is root. Folder is root in the sense every safe, when you create any safe, the data will be stored in the root directory. Root is a default directory. Okay, so root. And the password, device type is what type of device type, where that we are onboarding, database or application or operating system, etc. Policy id, is nothing but platform name. Platform name we have to specify. We can also call it as policy id. And address is nothing but the endpoint server address. And the username is nothing but the privileged account name. Here you can see super, root, login user, etc. This is the privileged account name, username in the sense. Okay, and there are some other fields: extra pass 1, extra pass 2, extra pass 3, okay, etc. Right, these are the headers. So now, in order to onboard the bulk accounts, first we need to prepare this sheet. Okay, first we need to prepare this CSV file, comma separated value file. Let me remove all these data. First, we'll remove the columns which are not required. Okay, for onboarding. So this template safe, it is not required. We don't want to create any template. CPM user, since we are assigning directly at the safe level, I don't need CPM user. Safe, it is required. Folder, it is required. It is a default folder. Password, yes, password we have to specify for onboarding of privileged accounts. Next, device type, yes, device type is required. Policy ID, that is platform name is required. We have to specify the platform name where that account should reside. And target server address is required. And username, that is privileged account name is required. And here type is not required. All rest of the columns are not required. Extra pass 1, we'll discuss about what are these extra pass 2, extra pass 3. Service name is also not required. Group name and service name. Restart service not required. Reset immediately. So see here, reset immediately. There is one column. Verify task, change task, and reconcile task. These are related to CPM tasks. Okay, for now it is not required. Later we'll come back and see. Server DN, client DN, not required. Done. Okay. So we have removed all the unnecessary columns that are not required. And now we will delete this data as well. Right? So whatever the data that I need, that data only I kept it in that sample CSV file, which is there in our password upload utility package. Password name, safe, folder, password, device type, policy ID, address, username. Now let us fill one by one. Okay, so let us onboard some Windows accounts now. So our target server address is a Windows target server address. It is 10.0.0.10. Okay, so 10.0.0.10. So, okay, so username. Okay, let us say I want to onboard accounts. Admin, we have admin 1 and admin 2 involved. Right now, admin 2. Okay, so let us say admin 3. Okay, and policy ID, which platform we want to onboard. So we will onboard it to the same platform, that is WinServ local accounts. Don't try to type it, just try to copy paste the values. Okay, the name should be as it is. Next, device type. Device type is operating system. So if I go back, device type is operating system. Let us give the default password, Cyberark 1. Folder value is always root, because in the safe left side you can see the root directory. All the data will get stored in the root directory. Next, safe name. We have to specify the safe name. Make sure there should be no spaces. What is the exact name of the safe that is created in Vault? We have to give the same safe name. Okay. So now password object name. Okay. Password object name. So here, since we don't have any account in Vault right now, so we fill the other data, safe name, where to store this account, which platform we need to assign, this target server address and privileged account name, we will get it from the users, end users. Okay, because they have to give us this information. What is their target server and which is the privileged account that they want to onboard in CyberArk in order to access their servers. So these details they will give, and safe and platforms we will decide, because we as a CyberArk admins, we are managing the tool. So we will decide which safe we have to onboard and which platform we have to assign. And initially also you need to get the password. Okay, this is optional. Later we can see, even if we don't have the password, we can reconcile. We can just put a blank password and we can onboard the account and we can do reconciliation using CPM. Okay, right, password is not mandatory actually. Right, so now object name. So how we will define this object now? If we onboard manually, so this object name will be auto-generated. Operating system, Windows, local accounts, okay, admin 2, whatever the, this name is nothing but it will just give us the details of the type of account and the platform details and target server details and the privileged account name. Okay, so let me use the same. the object name should be different. Okay, for each and every account, the object name is unique. So I'll call this as 3. Okay, right. So we have prepared one account. So let us onboard some bulk. I'll call this, let us say 23, 25 accounts. Remember, these privileged accounts we have not created on the target server. This should be there. These privileged accounts should be there on the target server in order to access. So first, right now we are just onboarding. Okay. So now we are trying to onboard 25 accounts. Maybe from admin 3 to, it's not 25 exactly. How many? 23. Okay. Remove the header. 23 accounts we are onboarding. Right. Now our sheet is ready. Okay. So save this sheet. Okay. Let me close it and open it again to make sure the sheet got saved or not. Right. Okay. So our sheet is ready now. Copy this file. We have prepared the sheet outside of our server. Okay. Since we don't have MS Office. Now copy this sheet to the package folder where we want to run. So I have copied our package to our PWA CPM server. So this is our package, Control V. Copy and replace the CSV file. Okay, so now we have the input file. So first time when you want to run the password upload utility package, first this package should authenticate to the vault, right? So this package is not like a software we can install .exe file like the way which we implemented other components. It's a CLI. Okay. So there is no executable file here in this package. So this package has to authenticate to the vault in order to onboard. So in order to authenticate, so we need to do some, we need to run some command. So first in the vault configuration file, okay, you can see address and port number. By default, the address is 1.1.1. So what I have to specify here, any one of you? What I have to specify here?
Address?
Which address?
10001110.
Yes. It is vault server address 10.0.0. Is it 2 in our case? Vault server. Let me confirm. I guess it is 2.
Yes, 10.0.
0.2. IP config 10.0.0.2. So in the vault configuration file, we have to specify the vault server address. Default port is 185.8. This package will communicate to the vault server with 1858 protocol. Save. Okay. Next thing is open the configuration file of PAU. This is the configuration file, conf.ini. Conf means configuration. Let me open this file. So in this file, if you scroll down, you can see vault file, vault.ini, So we just edited vault.ini and we have specified the vault address. Cred file user.ini. Cred file is nothing but credential file. So user.ini. So we have not created any credential file. Password file. This is the name of the file which we prepared, passwords.csv. It's not necessary the name should be same. Okay. Whatever the sheet that you prepared, you can specify, you can save it as whatever the name that you want, but make sure whenever you want to execute that that script you for running that particular file, you need to specify the same name, whatever the file that you specified, that you prepared. So since we saved it as a default password.csv, so the file name should be password.csv here in our case. Okay, right. So, and there is one more option called default template safe. Default template. Okay, since we removed the template safe, I don't need this template safe. Let me comment this. Just put hash. Okay, and in the bottom you can see error log file, password upload error dot log. Log file is password upload dot log. These are the logs related to video. Okay, just save this file. We have not done anything. We just commented default template safe, that is not required, and make sure the file name is correct. Whatever the file that we prepared and placed in this PU folder, the same file name we have to specify here in the password file name section, right? So first we need to authenticate. Okay, so for that we need a user.ini file, cred file, which we call cred file. So with the help of cred file, this package will communicate to the vault server with some specific user. So first let's create a cred file. So right now in this package there is no user.ini file. Okay, there is no user.ini file. So this is create auth file package. So now from here, just open the command prompt as an admin privileges. The command is create authfile.exe space user.ini. Create auth file. In the backend, see here, this is the execute package file, application file, create auth file. The command is create authfile.exe space user.ini. Enter. We are creating now a user.ini file. Okay. Enter CyberArk vault username. Okay. So here I am going to use vault administrator account. Administrator means with this user, this package is going to communicate to the vault server, authenticate to the vault server. So enter CyberArk username, that is administrator, vault administrator. Enter. Enter CyberArk vault password, that is administrator password. CyberArk. Enter. Okay. Credential files have been created or updated successfully. Okay, means in the backend user.ini file got created. If I open this, you can see here with which user this package is going to communicate, administrator, and the password is encrypted. Password is encrypted, right? So now this package is ready. It is communicating to the vault with 1858 protocol, as we already specified vault address in the vault.ini file, and we have already executed the credential file. User.ini file is existing. So now we are good to go for onboarding. Okay, it's just only one command for onboarding the accounts, only one command. Okay, so let's run the command. So from the same package, open the command prompt. So we are in the same directory where we copied this PEU onto the server. So in the password upload utility, the command is, so this is the application file, password upload application file. password upload dot exe space conf dot ini. Password upload dot exe space conf dot ini. What is this conf dot ini? Any one of you, what is this conf dot ini? Just now we have seen the backend folder. What is this conf dot ini?
Password upload utility file.
Yes, configuration file. Configuration file of this package, password upload utility. So what does it contain? What we need to specify in the conf.ini? We need to make sure whatever the CSV file that we prepared, we have to specify that name in the password file section. Password file section in the conf.ini. So now we are executing that conf.ini configuration file. So that configuration file contains our CSV file name. Okay, whatever the file that we want to execute, so it contains that CSV file name. Enter. Okay, see here, password upload utility started with so and so date. Unable to log on to the vault. Check the log error. What happened? We got one error. Password upload utility ended with one error. Okay, let me open the log file. This is the log file. Authentication failure for user administrator. Okay. So it's not authentication failure. I have given the correct password when I executed the user.ini. Incompatible client version. The reason is incompatible client version. I am using the lower version of PU package. PU. Um, 13.2 version, right? So just give me 3 to 4 minutes, guys. Let me download the package. Just give me 3 to 4 minutes. Let me share my screen again. So I want to use, I have 10.4 version. Let me use this whether it is compatible or not. Password upload utility 10.4 version. So previously I used 9 version. I don't have the current version package 10.4. Let me try this whether it is compatible or not. We'll see. So go to, so we will run it from desktop. Maybe why I'm not able to copy this. Let me reboot this server once. Login with domain user only. Okay, I copied 10.1 version. Let me open this quickly and copy our previous CSV file, which is there in C drive corpus. Yes. Okay, so let's start from fresh. The wall.ini, just make sure 10.0.0.2 is our vault server address. Save the file. Okay, and in the configuration file, make sure our file name is same, passwords.csv, yes, and comment this default template safe. Save the file. Now user.ini, we need to run the CRUD file. Create authfile.exe space user.ini. Enter. So we need to enter administrator. Administrator. Okay. Enter vault password, administrator account password. Or enter. Credential files have been updated successfully. Okay. So now let's execute the command. Password upload.exe space conf.ini. Password upload.exe space conf.ini. Let me run. Package version 4. No. Unable to log on to the vault. Check the error log file. This is also not incompatible client version. Incompatible client version. So I don't have the package ready with me. The latest version 13.2. So unable to log on. Okay guys, so I'll get this package in the next session. I'll show you how to onboard these bulk accounts. Okay, it's just a compatibility issue. So the command is a single command. Once we run this, we can able to see here all the accounts which are there in our CSV file, like 23 accounts we are trying to onboard now. So it will just show us one after the other. The accounts will get uploaded, and finally we will get a message like accounts uploaded successfully. And then once we log into PWW, we can see all the privileged account. We will do it. Okay, so I'll get the package, latest package, and I'll show you in the next session. Okay, any questions? Any one of you, any questions?
We'll
No?
practice in the weekends. Then, if any questions, I'll write it down and ask you on Monday if it's
Sure.
possible.
Sure. Definitely. Okay, guys. So I'll stop it here for the day, and we'll meet in our next session. Most probably, I'm going to take 3 to 4 sessions more. There is one important topic that I need to discuss, that is disaster recovery, which is very, very important. And some other operational tasks as well, backup and restore. We'll cover that. Okay. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too.